Hey everybody, it's me again, Miss Camerata, your chemistry teacher. I am going to walk you through the instructions for today. Again, I'm really sorry that I'm not here to do it in person, but we are going to have a good time nevertheless. So, first step, if you are the green person at your table, make sure you are grabbing the created name tense from your specific folder and period. Green. If you haven't done that yet already, go do it right now. With your name tense in place, make sure you know each other's names. Maybe ask each other how the week is going. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to just talk to each other. We're going to take today kind of slow and talk about a few routines and procedures that we will invest in more as the year goes by. The first one is going to be this bathroom pass behind me. The bathroom pass is going to be available for everyone to use. I'm not going to stop you or whatever, but you do need to sign out the pass as you're grabbing it. So it's going to be here hanging on the wall. We just have the one, so make sure you're not taking it for a long time. As you grab the pass, make sure you sign out with both your name and the time you're leaving. This is important. If you are gone for more than 10 minutes, you will be marked cut. And that is because we need to be respectful to our peers and use our time wisely. If you take the hall pass for more than 10 minutes and someone else really needs to go, it kind of becomes a problem. So, sign out. Don't be gone too long. Bathroom pass is yours. Like I said in our last video, we will be needing to use a notebook and a Chromebook every single day. We're going to be storing our notebooks in these crates in your specific folders. So if you haven't gotten a notebook yet, please do so before next week. If you still do not have one by next week, I do have extras available for you to use in this cabinet here. I don't have an infinite amount though, so we can't just all grab from here, okay? But if you know you're not going to be able to get one, feel free to open this up and grab whatever you need. I also recognize some of you are new to the school and don't understand the lunches yet. I have this information on the board next to the hall pass for you in case you still need to figure out which lunch you go to and at what time. If you are in my third period class right now, you'll have lunch after our class. All of those upper floors, all the second floors, all have second lunch. So you can use that as a reference as you're figuring out where to go next. We do have a safety syllabus and a lab contract to go over. We will do that next week when we can talk a little bit more in person. I'm going to get you guys started on that by giving you an activity to do today. If you are sitting in the red spot, I'm going to need you to do something. Let's listen first, and then we'll get up. So listening first. I'm going to need you to go up to the front of the room and grab a piece of paper. In this crate, right when you walk in, there is a piece of paper for you to grab. Please grab 4, one for each of the people at your table. You just need 1 per person. Please grab those and return back to your seat. Ready, set, go. Once you have all 4 of those and you're back at your seat, the first thing you need to do is find the side that says name. Not this side, this side. So write your name down. Ready, set, go. Once everyone has their name written down, you're gonna take this and where you see it's like a book and this is like a cover, you're gonna fold it in half. One might call this hamburger way. Once it's folded in half with your name on it, you are going to keep this with your name tent. If you have your notebook, bonus, you'll be able to put it in there. But if not, no big deal, just keep it with your name tent. We are going to be filling this out today at our lab station. So yourself and your 4 group mates are going to be heading to whatever your station number is. So 2s will all head to number 2, 8s will all head to number 8, etc., etc. Before you do that, let me explain what we're going to do first. So don't move, pause, stay here, listen first. I'm going to pretend I'm station 3 so I can be at this mirror and make it a little easier on myself. So station 3, when you are here, there's going to be 3 parts to your station. There's going to be a set of drawers, there's going to be a sink and a cabinet, and then there may or may not be a larger cabinet with your station labeled on it. I want you and your group of 4 to look at the drawers, these drawers. If we go and label them in order, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at your list, you're gonna try to find all of these items just based on the name. And that's gonna be kind of hard. I really, really believe in you. There is a key or an answer guide that the sub will have if you really need help, but try your best to figure out what all of these are on your own. You have the first page, and I can't turn it, and the second page to go over and work together as a group to identify. Looking carefully at these instructions, it says that we're gonna work with our group, we're gonna find the items, we're gonna take an inventory of each item using the item, quantity, and location. So, quantity, as in how many there are. I'm not gonna give you an easy, hang on, hold, let me do something. Okay, easy, hot plate. Okay, a hot plate, I'll tell you right now, is in this bottom drawer, right down there, crusty looking, and there's just one of those. So over here in that second column, I'm gonna write a 1, and that's it. It also said, however, to look for the location. When we say location, we mean drawer numbers. So like all of the equipment we're looking for right now is in these drawers. It's either gonna be in the first one, or the second one, or the third one, or the fourth one. So all that goes here in the location spot is 1, 2, 3, or 4, as in the drawer, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So again, for hot plate, it's the only thing in that bottom drawer, hopefully, if yours is set up correctly. So we're gonna put a 1 for the quantity and a 4 for the drawer. Last part, we need to draw it. Now, I didn't give you a whole lot of room here, but I truly believe in your exceptional drawing capabilities. Drawings don't have to be amazing. They just need to be good enough for you to figure out what it is. So look carefully at the hot plate. Feel free to take it out of the drawer and put as much detail into your drawing as possible. Great job listening to all those instructions. I know that was so many words. So at this point, you and your table mates, if you have your folded up inventory list and your name tent all ready to go, pencils, pens, all the things, you can go to your lab stations right now. Okay, I'm assuming at this point you've gotten through a good chunk of this and you are maybe ready to move on to the next part. I want to go over what that looks like. These instructions tell you to use some of the equipment. I'm trusting you all not to break anything while I'm gone, okay? So anytime you're testing stuff, make sure you're doing it over the counter, right? If something falls on the floor, it's probably gonna break. But if it falls on the counter, less chance of it breaking, am I right? So if you're using something like the tongs, there are 3 types. If you're using the tongs, make sure you're doing it over the counter, not over the floor, over the counter. You're gonna be asked to use a couple pieces of equipment, including the scale and a couple different types of tongs and some beakers. Now, If you are not being safe with this, we're gonna have a tough time in the class. So make sure you're using common sense to do these activities, okay? This paper is for you. It's gonna live in your notebook after this. So make sure you're writing down great answers for these questions because you will reference them later on. When you are all done testing out all the equipment and you've had your fun, you are more than welcome to explore the whole classroom. This room is not just mine, it's yours. You are gonna be in this room for like a whole year, just like I am. So open cabinets, try turning things on, move around, don't break anything, but look around the room and take the time to really understand what it is that our room is made up of, because it's pretty cool. When you are ready, you can do this last question, which is going to be creating a map of the room. There are certain safety equipment that you all need to know where it's located. So using your seats and your lab station as a reference, try to find all of these different pieces of safety equipment. I'll give you a helpful hint. If you look around the room, I labeled them for you. So good luck. And when you're all done, you can return to your desk, clean up your area, and call it good. If you're watching this part of the video, that means that you guys all finished the activity a lot quicker than I thought. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about our class, how it's structured, how you can pass, how you can exceed, or how you can get by, if that's what you're looking to do. Our Canvas course is the primary way I will communicate just about everything with you, whether it's assignments, how to make up stuff if you were absent, tests, everything. Labs, this is it. So our modules page or our home page is where you guys will primarily see me posting things for you guys to do or opportunities for you to make up assignments. Starting off with this first tab, how do I pass chemistry? You'll have the opportunity to look at this on your own time, but I also recognize you don't have any Chromebooks right now. So how do you pass chemistry? We are gonna follow the exact same sequence of learning every single time. We're gonna learn a skill. We're gonna do that by taking notes in class. We're gonna practice the skill by taking notes in class. I'll also be assigning you daily check-ins on Canvas once you guys have your Chromebooks. Every so often, every week, we're going to have a quiz. It'll affect your grade only a little bit. In the beginning, it's gonna feel like a lot though, and I get that. You will have the opportunity to do these quizzes at home or at school, so don't think it's the end of the world if you miss a day. Once you've taken your quiz and you've learned the skills, you've learned a bunch of skills, you're gonna demonstrate your skills through a lab. Every other week, ideally, we will have a lab. You guys are gonna be in the lab areas around the room, handling chemicals, fire. It's really important that we stay safe, and that's why we're taking the time to talk about it this week and next. Once you've demonstrated chemistry skills, you've learned different chemistry skills, you'll have a final assessment. This will be a unit test. They affect your grade the most, as in this is 70% of your grade, whereas this is 30. Big difference there. I do have a long list of common questions, as in questions I got asked literally every other day last year. So I wrote them all down, and if you ask me a question that I know I've written the answer to here, I will direct you to this page, or I'll remind you that there is explanations here for you should you need it. So feel free to look this over when you have the opportunity. I want to be really, really honest with you guys. This last week, we as teachers learned that only 34% of students attend our school, McKay, regularly, meaning more than 80% of the time, I believe. I believe that's how they said that. With that in mind, I recognize that you guys aren't always going to be able to make it to class. You guys have expectations outside of school. Sometimes you get sick. Sometimes things come up. I get it. I'm not here right now. I get it. with that in mind, I really want our class to be accessible for everyone. Whether you're here or not, I want you to be able to learn the content, demonstrate that you understand it, and get your grade to what you want it to be despite attendance. Everything that I create has a at-home alternative as much as I possibly can. If you ever feel like it's not working out for you or you need additional support, I will bend over backwards to make that happen for you. So this is a class designed for you guys. And if there's anything I can do to make that better, I want to hear about it. Next week, I'll be giving you guys a survey to learn more about what you think chemistry is, what could support you, and how I can meet the needs that you have. So keep those things in mind, and I'm gonna meet you all next week.